Alright, so you guys asked me for this recipe. This is my chicken stew recipe, and I just wanted to give it to you because it is super simple. It is a crock pot meal, so you're not going to have to worry about cooking all day. You just throw it in there and forget it, and it's super affordable. So what you're going to need is some chicken. This is 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. It's probably about 1.5 pounds. Obviously, you're just going to need enough for however big your family is. And you don't have to use the chicken breast. You can use chicken thighs because sometimes those are a lot cheaper. But I got a good deal on these chicken breasts. Then I use a whole bag of baby carrots, half a package of celery, 4 russet potatoes, and 1 white or yellow onion. And then I use this. This is from Aldi. It is the onion soup mix. I just use 1 packet of this. And then 1 packet of gravy mix. I just have turkey, so that's what I'm going to use, but you can use chicken gravy. So basically, I'm just going to chop all of this up, and then I'll show you what we do next. First, I'm going to chop up the onion. If you're not a big fan of onion, you can just chop it into smaller pieces because we're going to put the onion into the crock pot first. So basically, it's going to give a lot of flavor, but you're not going to have huge pieces of onions. I like chopping the onion pretty small. And then you get all that flavor, but you don't actually like bite into a bunch of onion. Another thing you can do is you can leave the pieces of onion pretty big, so that way you can just take them out when it's done. But it's basically gonna kind of disintegrate into the stew. Scarlett wants to say hi. Go eat your breakfast, babe. Hi. So I'm just chopping this onion, but I seriously use this recipe all the time. It's basically my mom's beef stew recipe, but are you going to eat some onion? Scarlett's taking some onion to eat because she's a strange child. But it's basically my mom's beef stew recipe, but chicken is so much cheaper than beef, and it's a lot healthier for you. So I just have this onion chopped up like this.
And it's very good.
And Scarlett's already eating it, and she thinks it's really good. She's grandma's girl for sure. So the first thing I put in here is the onion on the bottom. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken. So this chicken is halfway defrosted. So I pulled it out yesterday and put it into the fridge. Or actually it's more frozen than I thought. That's okay. It'll go in there just like that. Oh, okay. Then I'm going to season the chicken. And I'm just going to pour half of the onion soup mix on top of the chicken. Scarlett, can you turn that down? Okay, so half of that is over the chicken. Next, I'm going to add the potatoes. So I leave the potatoes in pretty good pieces. I cut them in half, and then I cut them into thirds. So it makes like 6 pieces. I had a little brown spot, so I just cut that off.
Onion and potatoes at home. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Your mom say so.
Scarlett loves this meal. It's pretty simple, and it's just basically vegetables and chicken. So I just throw the potatoes right on top of the chicken. Super, super simple. I did wash the potatoes first, so make sure you do that because you don't want dirt in your food. But another thing you can do is you can peel the potatoes if you'd like, but that's too much work for me. I'm not about to go through that extra work. I don't think it's that worth it. But then I'm just going to chop the celery into pieces like this big and throw the celery right on top. You can add more veggies if you'd like. My crock pot's like 3/4 of the way full. I'm going to add the rest of the onion soup on top of the veggies. And then I'm going to open this bag of carrots. I like my carrots not so soft, so that's why I put them on top. But if you like your celery to be more firm, you can put the celery on top. But I'll probably use this whole bag. Do you want to put the rest in, Scarlett?
Yeah.
You can have your kids helping you, get them to eat their veggies.
You can make a video to like everyone to see what the kids eat.
Yeah,
veggies.
You can make a video of your kids eating veggies, huh?
Yeah.
Are veggies good, Scarlett?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really healthy.
They are really healthy. They make you feel good, huh?
When you eat this food, it will taste very good together.
It will. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting about a cup of water, and I'm going to mix the turkey gravy mix into the water. So let me get a little fork. Do you want to stir it up? Okay, that's good. And I'm just going to pour this on top. Does that smell good? All right, and that's it. I'm going to leave this covered in the crock pot. I'm going to cook it on low for 6 hours. I'm going to check it at 4 or 5 hours and see if it's all falling apart. It might be done by then, but you just have to check it. It should take 4 to 6 hours on low.
Yep.
And we'll show you what it looks like when it's all done.
Bye.
All right, so in the bottom of my crock pot, I have the onions all chopped up into small pieces. Then I put my chicken breasts and covered that with the Lipton onion soup mix. Then I added my cut up veggies, the cut up potatoes, celery, and the bag of baby carrots. And then I mixed the turkey gravy mix with 1 cup of water and poured that over the top of everything. So I'm going to put this on low, and I'm going to cook it for about 4 hours and check it. If everything's soft and falling apart, then that's perfect. I'm going to shred up the chicken in here, and it's going to be a chicken stew. So beef stew is just so expensive. Just beef meat is just really expensive and not that good for you. So we like using this recipe and using chicken instead, and it is seriously just as good. So I hope you can try this out, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, so this is everything all done. The chicken just got all shredded up. It took 6 hours on low in the crock pot. You can also do it on high for 4 hours if you'd like. There's a lot of juice at the bottom, so definitely make sure you pour that over. And I'm going to serve it up with some bread for the hubby, and I'm just going to have it by itself for me. And here's the bowl all plated. It's seriously so good. I wish you can smell it. And here's some bread and butter on the side with it just to dip in that sauce. I highly recommend you trying out this recipe, and if you do, let me know. And we're going to eat some dinner, and I'll see you guys later.